Hi everyone, welcome to my video on the top 10 card art for the Pokemon Trading Card Game Gym Challenge set. Today we're focusing on the second set to feature Gym Leader Pokemon, released in the year 2000. This set includes Pokemon from the last 4 Gym Leaders of the Kanto region of the original games, and may feature the best art of any set we've seen so far in my opinion. Let's jump right in. At number 10 we have Giovanni's Nidoking. What I like about this art is that it really represents its Gym Leader. Even the expression, especially the eyes, match exactly what you see from Giovanni in the bottom right corner. The Nidoking is taking up 70% of the frame, which gives it this imposing feel. The background is interesting. I've always been curious about the thought process when the artist decides on this blurred, pixelated style, but I think it works in nice contrast with the Pokemon taking up so much of the frame. At number 9 we have Sabrina's Mr. Mime. It's hard to say exactly why I like this card, but I'm always a sucker for a lot of color, and we have that going on here in the background. Mr. Mime has always been a strange Pokemon to me, both in name and design, but regardless here, we've got a cool take on some kind of move going on. I find it interesting when a card features an attack that doesn't exist in the games, and I've always wondered if the card designers have free license to go with whatever they choose, or if they're sometimes told they need to borrow from the movesets from the games. Either way, I like what they've done here with the art, and Mr. Mime comes in at number 9. At number 8 we have Sabrinas Gastly. I think everyone can acknowledge this is a sweet looking card. It's a cool choice by the artist to have the Gastly partially obscured by the brick wall, and to include the shadow of what looks like a Slowbro. We'll see more of this in future sets, but thus far artists have not really been given the license to include other Pokemon within the art besides the named Pokemon on the card, so the shadow is a cool way of getting around that, and this card comes out looking great. At number 7 we have Erikas Oddish. This art is utterly simple but still completely charming at the same time. The Oddish looks as pleased as anyone that he's toppled his pot, and I enjoy the thought that this Pokemon spends his downtime buried up to the top of his head in soil with only the leaves exposed. This card feels very playful, which fits the Gym Leader, and I like that not all Pokemon are serious or menacing all the time. At number 6 we have Sabrina's Gengar. Speaking of serious and menacing, check out the expression on this guy. Gengar is a fan favorite Pokemon, and this is the best representation of him yet in the Pokemon TCG. Gengar sometimes shows up as more purple and sometimes as more black, and he always feels more intense with this darker color versus more cartoony with the purple like you see in the base set. Putting this giant full moon behind him adds some nice color contrast and is really fitting for this Pokemon known for being a Dream Eater. At number 5 we have Giovanni's Machamp. I think Pokemon using fighting energy are probably the most underrepresented in my top 10 series thus far. Often it's the brown background and the fact that a lot of these Pokemon are brown, which means the art is often devoid of color. Fortunately in this case we have some awesome art. It's hard to tell from this static image, but the white lightning in the background on the holographic card in person really catches the light and looks great. You can feel the frenzied movement of the Pokemon, which I think really makes this art stand out. At number 4 we have Koga's Kakuna. This card is featured so highly on my list because it was one of the first to break convention in terms of what we've seen from Pokemon TCG art thus far. It's a strange choice to feature a Pokemon seemingly mid-evolution, but I do think it's most fitting to do so for a Pokemon like Kakuna or Metapod. So much of this Pokemon's identity is tied up in the concept of evolution, as the Cocoon stage is very much an underpowered and intermediate stage. This art fits the Pokemon power ability on the Pokemon really nicely, and it's always a plus when the moves and abilities sync up with the art, which was done well here. At number 3 we have Misty's Gyarados. I really like that the Pokemon almost feels squeezed into the frame, like it's too big for this space and is trying to burst out. Across the games and shows, Gyarados is always an incredibly aggressive Pokemon, and that tone is well captured in this art. I don't always love the choice to put a colored hue around the Pokemon, but Picking red and orange here is a nice contrast to all the blue, and those colors are also ones you normally associate with rage and anger, which fits nicely for this Pokemon. At number 2, we have Blaine's Charizard. This is probably the third or fourth iteration of a Charizard card to appear in one of my top 10s, and this is only the 8th set I've covered. There's a reason why these cards are some of the most desirable across the TCG. They look awesome. Here we've got a cool take that's focusing on the upper half of the torso of Charizard. The black background and these little hollow circles look like embers and falling ash, which is a really nice touch. Fire always looks fantastic in holographic form and even better on dark backgrounds like we have here. At number 1, we have Sabrina's Kadabra. This is the 4th Sabrina's card in our top 10, making her far and away the winning gym leader of this video. There were only 2 more Kadabra cards made after this one, given that Nintendo stopped creating them after the illusionist Uri Geller sued Nintendo, claiming that they made the Pokemon in his likeness. Therefore, there are less unique Kadabra cards in existence than of any other Pokemon of the original 151, and this one looks great. I kind of wish it was a holo because I think it would look fantastic, but that doesn't take away from the things I like about it. I'm a big fan of action shots, and we've got such a cool perspective with these psychic waves going directly towards the metaphorical camera here, with the Kadabra featured right in the middle. To top it off, this evolution line is what most people think of when they think of Sabrina, so I'm glad the artist did that justice here. That's it for today's video. I think every card I've featured on this list is great, which is not something I can honestly say about the other sets I've ranked so far. If you disagree with my rankings or think there's some great art I missed, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, as always, please like and subscribe. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.